Hey rail fans and model railroaders, welcome to another episode in our track laying series at Getting Back on Track with Steve and Roxanne. Last week, we went ahead and installed the declines that run from our peninsula onto the lower level of the track.
This week, we're learning how to lay in our Cork roadbed. To learn some tips on the subject, we went to our friend at Metaline Falls Railroad. He has a bunch of great videos on the subject.
So we're going to start on the outside loop of the layout. Today, we're going to start laying our Cork roadbed running from the swing bridge because we have a series of turnouts that are planned to go up and around the curve.
So we started by getting our track plan laid out on our benchwork and outlining the switches and their locations.
Then once we were ready, we started installing some Cork roadbed.
So come along with us as we learn about a new skill in model railroading.
We had previously placed and pinned our switches onto the layout when we planned them in SCAR. Now we needed to add straight lines to represent our track onto the baseboard. This reference line is important to ensure trouble-free operation of the trains. We used a chalk line positioned center line to center line on each turnout and snapped it onto the foam. We then continued around the upper level and placed the track lines for the straight runs to the foam. These are our reference points and will be altered to ensure easements and spurs later on. We also made sure to maintain a 2-inch center line to center line spacing on straight runs, moving out to 3 inches on the turns. Now we move on to figuring out how the Cork is positioned using our switch as the starting point. This was a little bit difficult, of a difficult puzzle, so we decided to cut and dry fit the Cork first and gluing it down later. I tried using a blade to cut the Cork first, but I found a good pair of scissors seemed to work much better. Once we had it all in place, we removed the Cork for gluing. We chose to use glue as we learned that either white glue or latex caulk was the norm for Cork and track, and we had a gallon of the stuff sitting on the shelf. Laying a bead of glue on the reference lines, then placing and pinning the track was easy enough, but pretty messy. We also found out we needed a lot more pins than we assumed, and Roxy ran down to the Dollar Tree and picked up several more packs for us. We wanted to make sure to put plenty of pins in to keep from having any bumps and ups and downs in the Cork. We thought that could end up being a big problem. So here we just continue to lay a bead of glue, fit our pieces together, and pin them in. We can come back a little bit later and wipe up some of the excess glue, but it dries clear when it's done, so eventually it'll be covered with ballast and paint. With the switch done, we could then move on down around the curve to our other switches. We decided we could put down the bead of glue, then spread it with a brush, and it helped with some of the mess and made it easier to keep track of our center line as we rounded the curve to our next set of switches. We felt a little more comfortable with gluing and cutting Cork as we progressed. This was a new skill for us, and it created a lot of anxiety as we approached the process. But we learned it did not have to be perfect, as the switches and the ballast would cover minor mistakes on installation. We also learned that this glue is a mess no matter what you do. Now, previously we had cut and fit all the pieces first, but we felt that it was going to be the same type of switch. We thought we could cut and fit everything as we glued, and this didn't work too badly. It caused a little bit of a hassle, but I think it worked out okay, and I think these switches are going to be good. It seems the real fun of this hobby is learning new skills and seeing the dramatic changes to our layout as we progress. It's really a fun father and daughter activity and a great bonding experience. And here I am using excessive amounts of glue again. Fortunately, my bottle is refillable because I think I'm going to go through a lot of it. Now trimming up the final pieces. And do our partial curve on the inside track and inside loop. And we'll be just about done for the day. So I think today we learned there are several ways that you can lay down this cork, and we haven't decided yet on what the best method is as far as fitting it first or gluing it and cutting it on the fly. But we got a lot of cork to lay down, and that's what you're going to be seeing for several weeks here. So I think we'll get better at it as we go. We'll finally figure out the best ways to do things and the easiest way to do things. And we'll get them done that way. I think it's a good thing that this glue dries clear because I've got it all over the place. And I think we're getting better at cutting and fitting the pieces when it comes to these switches here. Well, there you go. We spent some time learning how to lay cork roadbed from our friends over at Metaline Falls Railroad and the YouTube community. So it's such a great resource when you need to learn a new skill. We've never done it before. So we managed to get the cork roadbed laid out from our swing bridge up and around the corner and cut the pieces of cork to fit under our turnouts and switches. So I think we made good progress today, and we have a good way forward to finish laying out some more cork roadbed and hopefully lay the track soon.
We've really been enjoying all the comments and talking to y'all. And you know the drill. Remember to hit like, subscribe, and hit that bell so that you can know about our next video.
So in the meantime, we'll catch you again back here and for another episode on Getting Back on Track with Steve and Roxanne.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
We've really been enjoying all the comments you've been leaving us and talking to you down in the comments. So please leave us. Okay. One more time.
What the hell?
I know, it just went all around in a circle.
It's now getting back on track with Steve.